Hi students, today we are going to see some in the first concept itself, right? And today is the last class for this first concept, right? Sum number 15, in triangle PQR, right? In triangle PQR, right angled at Q. That means triangle PQR is a right angle triangle, right? Right angle triangle, right angled at Q, right? So I'm just giving the name P and R, right? PQR is a right angle triangle, right angled at Q, right? And given PR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeter, right? PR plus QR is equal to PR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeter, right? The length of PR and plus QR, right? Both the length it is equal to 25, right? Not only PR alone or not only QR alone, right? They have given the sum of the two lengths, right? The sum of the two sides of a triangle is nothing but PR plus QR is equal to 25 centimeter, and PQ is equal to, right? PQ is equal to 5 centimeter, right? What we want to find? What we want to find? Determine the value of sin P, cos P and tan P, right? Here they are good. What we want to find, they have assumed that angle P is nothing but theta, right? They have assumed that angle P is nothing but theta. So for theta we want to find, right? So we want to find sin P, cos P and tan P. For finding sin P, cos P and tan P, right? For finding sin P, what we are needed, we want to know the value of what is it? Sin P is nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse. For P opposite side and for P hypotenuse we want to find, right? So they have given that in the given, what is that? We know that PQ equal to 5 centimeter. That is nothing but adjacent side is equal to 5 centimeter. But we don't know opposite side and hypotenuse, right? But we know they have a clue for finding opposite side and hypotenuse. There is nothing but the sum of the two sides, right? The sum of the two sides is nothing but, what is it? 25 centimeter. Opposite side plus hypotenuse is equal to 25 centimeter. I'm just assuming among these two sides, right? I'm just assuming that opposite side is nothing but x, right? I'm just assuming opposite side is equal to x. The sum of the two sides is nothing but 25, right? The sum of the two sides, that is PR plus QR equal to 25, right? Here what I have assumed, QR is nothing but x, right? QR is nothing but x centimeter, right? QR is equal to x centimeter. Then PR is equal to, what is PR? See, QR is equal to x centimeter, right? Then PR is nothing but taking x to the RHS, 25 minus x, right? QR is nothing but I have assumed as QR is nothing but x centimeter, right? I'm just assuming, right? QR equal to x centimeter, and I'm just going to find PR in terms of x, just taking that x to the RHS, right? QR is nothing but x, taking to the RHS, it will become minus x. So PR is equal to 25 minus x, right? PR is nothing but 25 minus x centimeter, right? 25 minus x centimeter. Now we know that, what is it? We know all the three sides in terms of x, right? In terms of x. Then by using the Pythagoras theorem, easily we can find the value of x. After finding the value of x, and that is something but the length of QR, and subtracting the x with the 25, then we'll get the length of PR, right? Adjacent side, opposite side and hypotenuse, right? So by using right angle triangle property, right, Pythagoras theorem property, I'm just going to find the value of x. Understood? How I am going to find the value of x? By using Pythagoras theorem, right? So in right triangle PQR, right, hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent square plus opposite square. What is hypotenuse? PR. PR square is equal to PQ square plus QR square, right? So what is PR? 25 minus x. So 25 minus x the whole square is equal to 5 square plus x square. PQ equal to 5 and QR is nothing but x. So 5 square plus x square. Just apply, see that how it will be a minus b the whole square, identity, right? So a square plus b square minus 2ab. What is a? 25 square plus x square minus 2 into a into b is equal to 5 square 25 plus x square, right? So 25 square 625 plus x square minus 2 in 25 50. 50 into x 50x is equal to 25 plus x square. I am just bringing that 25 and x square to the LHS, then plus 25 will become minus 25 plus x square will become minus x square. Plus x square minus x square will get cancelled. So 625 minus 25, both are integers. 625 minus 25, 600 minus 50x is equal to 0. Taking 600 to the RHS, plus 600 will become minus 600, right? So minus 50x is equal to minus 600. Taking minus 50 to the RHS, multiply will become divide. So x is equal to minus 600 divided by minus 50. Minus minus will get cancelled. 0 0 will get cancelled. 1 times, 12 times. So x is equal to 12. So what you have assumed as x? X is nothing but what is it? QR, right? QR is nothing but you have assumed as x. So QR is equal to 12 centimeter. So now if we know the value of x, then we can find the PR also. PR is nothing but 25 minus x. That is nothing but PR is equal to 25 minus 12 is equal to PR is equal to 13 centimeter, right? And given PQ is equal to 5 centimeter. Now we know all the three measurements, right? Now we know all the three sides of the triangle, right? Then we can easily find the value of sin P, cos P and tan P. So what is the formula of sin P? Sin P is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse, right? So for P, what is the measurement of what is the opposite side? For P, angle P, what is the opposite side? 5 centimeter. X is nothing but 5 centimeter. So 5 centimeter divided by hypotenuse is nothing but 13 centimeter. Sorry, not 5 centimeter. What is the value of x? X is equal to 12 centimeter. Sorry, x is equal to 12 centimeter. So sin P is equal to 12 by 13, right? Opposite side divided by hypotenuse, right? Next cos P. Cos P is nothing but adjacent by hypotenuse, right? Adjacent side divided by hypotenuse. So for P, what is adjacent side? 5 centimeter. Hypotenuse is nothing but 13. So 5 divided by 13, right? Still we want to find tan P also. Tan P is nothing but what is it? Sin P divided by cos P, or directly you can write it as opposite side divided by adjacent side, right? Opposite side divided by adjacent. So what is the length of opposite? 12. What is the length of adjacent for P? 5, right? 12 divided by 5. That's all. So number 16, given sin theta is equal to m by n. Find the value of tan square theta minus cot square theta. So what is the given? Sin theta is equal to m divided by n, right? M divided by n. Find the value of, what is it? To find, what we want to find? We want to find the value of tan square theta minus cot square theta, right? Tan square theta minus cot square theta. Now we know the value of trigonometric ratio of sin theta, right? Trigonometric ratio of sin theta. What is the formula of trigonometric ratio of sin theta? Sin theta is nothing but what is it? Sin theta is equal to opposite side divided by hypotenuse. So here opposite side is nothing but mk, right? Mk. See that m is nothing but some unknown variable, and k is nothing but common constant, right? Whenever they have given in the ratio format, right? Common constant is behind there, right? So mk divided by nk, right? So opposite side. So sin theta, what is the trigonometric ratio of sin theta is nothing but what is it? Opposite side divided by hypotenuse, right? So opposite side is nothing but mk and hypotenuse is nothing but nk, right? So what we want to find? Tan square theta minus cot square theta. For that tan and cot is needed. So finding tan and cot, what are things we are needed? Adjacent, opposite side, right? We need adjacent side, opposite side, and opposite and adjacent, right? But what are things we know that opposite and hypotenuse. So how we are going to find adjacent? The same methodology, right? The first concept fully the same methodology. Whenever we are having the trigonometric ratios, right, and we know only two sides, we want to find the third side. So how we are going to find the third side? By using the Pythagoras theorem, right? First we can draw the right angle triangle, right? Right angle triangle. See, they didn't mention any variable for theta, right? They didn't. So you can take any variable, right? I'm just taking A, B, C. And angle B is nothing but right angle triangle, right? ABC, angle B is nothing but right angle triangle, right? And if I am just taking that, angle A is nothing but theta, right? Angle A is nothing but theta. I am just assuming angle A is nothing but theta, right? For theta, BC is nothing but opposite side, AB is adjacent, and AC is nothing but hypotenuse. So here, opposite side is nothing but what is it? Opposite side equal to M. So this is nothing but M. K. You have to use the variable K because they didn't give the measurement, right? Exact measurement. They have given only in terms of ratio. So whenever we are writing in terms of ratio, we have to use the variable K, right? Common multiples, right? So MK and hypotenuse is nothing but NK, right? NK. Still what we want to find? We want to find the what is the length of AB, adjacent side. How we are going to find? Same methodology. In right triangle ABC, right? In right triangle ABC, right? In right triangle ABC. See, now we are going to use variables, right? Now we are going to use variables. So I'm just simplifying, right? In right triangle ABC, right? Hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent square, right? Plus opposite square, right? Adjacent square plus opposite square. So here hypotenuse is nothing but what is it? AC. Hypotenuse is nothing but AC. So AC square, right? AC square is equal to AB square plus BC square. AB square plus BC square. So what is the length of AC? AC is nothing but NK. So NK whole square, right? NK whole square is equal to what is AB square? That only we want to find. So keep as it is. AB square plus BC square is nothing but MK. So MK whole square. MK whole square, right? So just bring the MK whole square to the LHS, right? Plus will become minus. So AB square is equal to, right, NK square minus MK square, right? NK square minus MK square. AB square is equal to NK square minus MK square. While we are taking, see, but what we are needed? We need the length of AB alone, right? But before that, see that K square is common, right? Shall I take commonly outside? After that, shall I take square root on both sides? Okay, just take K square commonly outside, then it will become what is it? N square minus M square into K square, right? N square minus M square into K square. AB square is equal to. Now you can take a square root on both sides, right? Now you can take a square root on both sides. It will become what is it? Square root of AB square is equal to, right? Square root of AB square is equal to square root of n square minus m square into k square, right? Here square root will get cancelled. For k square alone, that what is that? Root will get cancelled. So AB equal to square root of n square minus m square into k. K won't came into the root, right? It will be outside, right? K square root will get cancelled. So here n square minus m square, here also we are having square. No, we can get cancel. No, sir, means see that n square minus m square, it's not in the form of multiple. If it is in the form of multiple, then we can cancel that square and square root. But in between, what is there? Minus is there, right? So we are having now, it is nothing but two terms, right? So here we can't cancel the square and square root, right? So here AB is nothing but what is the length of AB? AB is nothing but square root of n square minus m square into k, right? Square root of n square k into or whatever may be, right? Square root of n square minus m square into k, right? Now we got the length of AB, BC and C here, right? Right, that what is the length of AB? Or directly you can write the opposite, adjacent side and hypotenuse. What is the opposite side? Opposite side is nothing but MK, right? Opposite side is nothing but MK, and the adjacent side is nothing but what is it? Adjacent side is equal to square root of n square minus m square, right? Square root of n square minus m square into k, and hypotenuse is nothing but, right, nk. Hypotenuse is nothing but nk. Now we know the all the three sides. Now what we want to find? We want to find tan square theta minus cot square theta. First we can find the tan theta and cot theta. After that, what is it? Just apply the square and simplify, we will get the value of tan square theta minus cot square theta. So just first we will find the tan theta and the cot theta, right? Tan theta and the cot theta. So what is tan theta? Tan theta is something but opposite side divided by adjacent side, right? Opposite side divided by adjacent. Here adjacent divided by opposite, right? Adjacent divided by opposite. So what is the theta? For theta, what is the opposite side? Mk. So mk divided by adjacent is something but square root of n square minus m square into k, right? And this k and k will get cancelled. So tan theta is nothing but m divided by square root of n square minus m square, right? Square root of n square minus m square, right? And cot theta is nothing but adjacent by opposite, that is nothing but square root of n square minus m square into k divided by mk, right? And this k will get cancelled. So what is cot theta? Cot theta is nothing but square root of n square minus m square divided by m, right? Now we got the length of trigonometric ratio of tan theta and cot theta. Now directly we can find tan square theta minus cot square theta, right? So tan square theta minus cot square theta, what is tan theta? M divided by square root of n square minus m square, the whole square, minus cot theta is nothing but square root of n square minus m square divided by m, right? So square root of n square minus m square divided by m, the whole square, because square, right? So apply the square, m square is nothing but m square divided by that square root will get cancelled, divided by n square minus m square, right? Minus here square root will get cancelled, n square minus m square, and square is belongs to m also, right? M square, right? Here in between what symbol is there? Minus. So what we want to do? We want to do the cross multiplication. Directly we can do the cross multiplication, right? Just do the cross multiply. So m square into m square, right? M square into m square minus, right? And already n square minus m square. N square minus m square is there into n square minus m square, right? N square minus m square divided by whole term, right? M square into n square minus m square, right? Denominator you can keep as it is, right? Numerator alone is just simplify. So this is something but is equal to m square into m square, right? So power same base and just multiply the powers, right? M square into m square, what is it? M power 4, right? So m power 4 minus, just multiply 1 by 1, n square into n square, n power 4, right? Then n square minus m square, already minus is there, minus minus will become plus, right? N square into m square, n square m square, right? N square m square, next minus into minus plus, so plus plus m square into n square m square, right? N square m square or m square, whatever it may be, right? And next minus into minus plus, but already minus is there, minus m power 4, minus m power 4 whole divided by, right? Whole divided by m square into n square minus m square, n square minus m square, right? Is there any like terms? Is there any like terms to simplify? See that m power 4 minus m power 4 plus m power 4 minus m power 4. Select cancel. So plus m power 4 minus m power 4 cancel. And here see that n square m square n square m square both are like terms. So we can add, right? So n square m square plus n square m square 2, right? 2 n square m square, right? Minus n power 4, right? Right, n power 4 minus n power 4, n square m square like terms. So 2 times we are having, so 2 n square m square minus n power 4 divided by m square into n square minus m square, writing as it is, right? Denominator writing as it is, right? Now see the numerator, is there any common terms are there? See that in these two terms, right? n square is common, right? Just take it commonly outside. So what is the remaining? N square, I am just taking commonly outside. So what is remaining in the first term? 2m square. 2m square minus, among the n power 4, I have taken n square outside. So remaining what is that? N square alone. N square divided by m square into n square minus m square. Right? Should any possible to simplify? Nothing is there. Therefore, what is it? Tan square theta minus, right? Tan square theta minus cot square theta is equal to n square into 2m square minus n square divided by m square into n square minus m square, right? So number 17, if 5 cos a minus 12 sin a equal to 0, find the value of sin a plus ck divided by 2 cos a minus sin a, right? So first we want to draw the triangle, right? So first write the given, what are the given we are having? If 5 cos a minus 12 sin a, 5 cos a minus 12 sin a is equal to 0. To find, what we want to find? To find, it's nothing but sin a plus sec a divided by 2 cos a minus sin a, right? 2 cos a minus sin a, that only we want to find. So first we want to form a triangle, right? Right angle triangle, right? So first right angle triangle. So right angle triangle, right? Here they are using the theta is nothing but a, right? So a alone it won't be a right angle triangle, right? So remaining B, I am just taking A, B and C. B is nothing but right angle triangle, right? Here A is nothing but theta, right? They have taken A is nothing but theta, right? Okay, what is the given here? See that actually usually they will give the directly they will give a length of the 3 sides or 2 sides. Otherwise they will give the trigonometric ratio, right? Trigonometric ratio. But here they didn't give the trigonometric ratio. They are given an equation, right? They have given in terms of equation. By solving this equation, is it possible to form any trigonometric ratio? Yes, there is a possible, right? See that just I am just taking this given 5 cos a, right? 5 cos a minus 12 sin a, right? 5 cos a minus 12 sin a is equal to 0, right? I am just taking minus 12 sin a to the RHS, then minus 12 sin a will become plus 12 sin a, right? So 5 cos a is equal to 12 sin a, right? 12 sin a. And just bringing the constant fully one side and trigonometric ratio fully one side, right? I'm just bringing the constant fully one side and bringing the trigonometric ratios fully one side. then we'll get a trigonometric ratio, right? The value of the trigonometric ratios, and just taking that constant phi to the RHS and sin A to the LHS, then it will become, what is it? Cos A divided by sin A is equal to, right? Already 12 is there. 12 divided by 5. 12 divided by 5. Now we got the value of, what is it? Cos A and sin A, right? Right? Now we got the value of cos A and sin A. No, I told you that from the first class itself. I told you that. See, whenever we are having the value of trigonometric ratio, right? Cos A is in the limit, always we want to get a cos A alone, right? So cos A by sin A is in the limit. What is the value of cos A by sin A? Already we know that. What is it? Trigonometric ratio. Cos A by sin A is in the limit cot A. Cot A is equal to 12 by 5, right? While we are solving this equation, what we are getting the trigonometric ratio cot A alone, right? Don't take the value cos A equal to 12, sin A is equal to 5, right? Don't take the value directly, cos A equal to 12, sin A equal to 5. If you are taking directly and substituting and simplifying, surely you will get a mistake, right? Sure, right? You won't get a correct answer. You won't get a correct answer. So better always we want to keep in terms of only one ratio, right? Sin A, cos A, or tan A, or cot A, or sec A, or cosec A. Likewise only we want to get it, right? Don't keep like this. Cos A by sin A, the value of cos A is in the limit 12 and value of sin A is in the limit 5. Don't take like that, right? It will be always wrong. So already we know that cos A by sin A is nothing but cot A. Cot A equal to 12 by 5. Already we know the trigonometric ratio of cot A, right? What is the trigonometric ratio of cot A? Cot A is equal to adjacent side divided by opposite side, right? Adjacent side divided by opposite side. So here adjacent side is nothing but, what is it? Adjacent side divided by opposite side. Cot A is nothing but adjacent by opposite. So adjacent side for A is nothing but 12k trigonometric ratio. So 12k, right? So the AB, the length of AB is nothing but 12k, and opposite side for A, opposite side is nothing but, what is it? 5k. Right? Now we know these two measurements. By using Pythagoras theorem, we are going to find the length of hypotenuse. We are going to find the length of hypotenuse. After finding all the three sides, right? Then what are things we want to find? Sin A, sec A, cos A, right? These three we want to find. After finding, just substitute and simplify. We will get the solution. Right? We will get the value of sin A plus sec A divided by 2 cos A minus sin A. Right? So first I am going to find the. So usually already we know that, right? 12k and 5k, right? In the right angle triangle, if the two sides are 12 and 5, the third side, right? Third side will be 13 only. But don't write directly. Always you can simplify, right? Simplify and find, and then you can write the value of that hypotenuse, right? In right triangle ABC, right? Hypotenuse square is equal to adjacent square plus opposite square, right? AC square equal to 12k square plus 5k square. Apply square. 144k square plus 5k square is nothing but, what is it? 25k square. Adding 169k square, taking square root on both sides, then AC is equal to 13k. AC is equal to 13k. Now we know that, what is it? Opposite side is nothing but, what is it? Opposite side to A is nothing but, what is it? 5k. And the adjacent side to A is nothing but 12k, right? And the hypotenuse is nothing but 13k. 13k, right? Now what are things we are needed? Sin A, sec A, cos A, right? So one by one you can just find sin A is equal to, what is the formula for sin A? Sin A is nothing but opposite side divided by hypotenuse, right? So what is the opposite side? The length of opposite side is nothing but 5k divided by 13k. K will get cancelled. So 5 divided by 13. 5 divided by 13. Now we got the value of sin A. Next, I am going to find the value of sec A, right? Sec A is equal to, right? Sec A is nothing but 1 by cos A, but we can use the trigonometric ratio formula itself, right? Sec A is nothing but hypotenuse divided by adjacent side, right? What is the value of hypotenuse? Hypotenuse is nothing but 13k divided by 12k, right? K will get cancelled. So 13 divided by 12. There is nothing but value of sec A. Next, what we are needed? Cos A, right? Cos A is nothing but reciprocal of sec A. Shall I find directly? What is cos A? 1 by sec A. Already we know that sec A is nothing but, what is that? 13 divided by 12. 1 by 13 divided by 12. Taking to the numerator will become 12 by 13, right? Otherwise you can use the formula, no problem, right? We know that what is it? Cos A is equal to 1 by sec A, reciprocal. Already we know the value of sec A. That's why I am finding directly, right? Whatever your wish, right? If you are feeling this method is easy, right? You can go with that method, right? Whatever Next, what we want to find, it is equal to, right, what we want to find, sin A plus sec A, right, sin A plus sec A divided by 2 cos A minus sin A, 2 cos A minus sin A. So substitute the value. What is the value of sin A? 5 divided by 13 plus sec A. What is sec A? 12 divided by 13, right, 12 divided by 13. Sorry, ck equal to 13 by 12, right? 13 divided by 12. I have written wrongly, right? 13 divided by 12 divided by 2 cos A. 2 times of cos A. What is the value of cos A? 12 by 13. 12 divided by 13 minus sin A. 5 divided by 13. Right? 5 divided by 13. Now let's simplify. See, the denominators are different, right? So what we want to do? We want to do the cross multiply, right? Denominators are different, so do the cross multiply. So 12 into 5, 12 into 5, 12 into 5, right? Plus next 13 into 13, 13 into 13 divided by 13 into 12, 13 into 12 whole divided by, right? Here 2 12s are 24, 24 by 13 minus 5 by 13, right? See, denominators are same, right? Sorry, here in the denominators are same, right? So right, keep as it is, no problem. And simplify directly, right? Like fractions. 12 into 5, 60. 60 plus 13 into 13, 169 divided by 13 into 12, 13 tens are 130, 143, 156, right? 156 whole divided by, right, writing 13 only once, and 24 minus 5, 24 minus 5 is equal to, right, it is equal to 169 plus 60, how much? 169 plus 60, 229, 229 divided by 156, right, whole divided by, that is very important, whole divided by 24 minus 5, 19, 19 divided by 13, right? I'm just taking that 19 by 13 to the numerator, right? Just taking to the numerator, it will become reciprocal, right? So what is it? It is equal to 229 divided by 156 into 13 divided by 19. 13 divided by 19. Is it any possible to simplify? 19 table not possible, but 13 table possible. 113 is 13, 12 13s are 156. So what is the numerator? 229 divided by 12 into 19. 12 into 19. This is equal to 229 divided by 19 12s are 19 10s are 190. And right? 12 into 19 228, right? So it is equal to, what is it? Sin A plus ck divided by 2 cos A minus sin A equal to 229 divided by 228. Right? Thank you. What are your homework sums? Sum number 18. If tan theta is equal to root 2 minus 1, so that sin theta into cos theta is equal to 1 by 2 root 2. Right? Tan theta is nothing but, what is it? Opposite side divided by adjacent side. What is the value of opposite side? Root 2 minus 1. Adjacent side is equal to, if nothing is there, then what we want to do? We want to put by 1, right? So the value of adjacent side is equal to 1, right? Now we know opposite side and adjacent side. By using Pythagoras theorem, find the value of hypotenuse. After finding, then we can find what is it? Sin theta into cos theta, we'll get the value, right? So you have to show that LHS is equal to RHS. Just find the LHS, we will get a RHS, right? Okay, sum number 19. If 4 sin alpha is equal to 5 cos alpha, find the value of sin alpha, and second subdivision, sin alpha divided by cosec alpha minus cos alpha divided by sec alpha, right? The same methodology. Like sum number 17, what we have find, right? We have to bring sin alpha and cos alpha one side and 4 5 one side, right? Constant one side, and converting in terms of trigonometric ratio and equating and finding the value of adjacent side, opposite side, and hypotenuse, right? Right. And today we have completed the first concept, right? Tomorrow we will start the second concept. Thank you.